Yeah, so I'd say the pattern that I've seen over the past few years is that a lot of institutions who are kind of through that first year or two post-implementation, they're functioning, they're getting through their cycle prep tasks, they're making incremental progress, but they often don't have the bandwidth to get to some of the big items on their list that just take a certain amount of focus time. So usually the teams have a lot of great capability in-house. Folks who at this point are pretty comfortable with configurable joins themselves, for example. Um, but the challenge is that that capability doesn't often come with enough capacity. So whether when you're talking about a Slate team of one or a team of two, those kinds of Slate captains can't be everywhere. So they're often focused on being reactive. They're putting out fires. They're maybe trying to untangle the complexity of an instance that they inherited from someone else, and they just don't necessarily have enough breathing room to make progress on the kinds of improvements that over time would make a big difference for their instance. So maybe they're getting pressure from leadership for more reporting, or they're being asked to integrate with new systems, and so on. So where I can help in a situation like that, and what I'm focusing on, is to either free up time for the captain by being that escalation resource myself. So your comms person reaches out to you with a question, you would normally get sidetracked trying to respond. So instead, you route it to me so that I can get them unblocked and keep you as a captain focused on the kind of work in the instance that requires your specialized knowledge, your familiarity with institutional processes, your campus relationships, um, things that I can't do for you. Or if there's something like a complex, a complex report or a portal that could maybe help streamline something that you're working on, that just again kind of takes that stretch of uninterrupted focus time that you just don't have. I can step in and get something like that in place quickly, and sort of going back to that idea of agile, getting you that minimum viable product, that version one of something that can help you clarify what would actually be most helpful as we start to expand this, as we start to grow this, versus you spending your time going down a rabbit hole. Um, and on the training piece too, I think a lot of captains are now at this point where they feel confident in kind of their day-to-day use of something like configurable joins, but they're still fielding questions from users maybe who aren't as technical, or maybe they're holding back on giving out CJ's permissions more widely because they know that as soon as they open up access to that, they're going to get bombarded with questions, and they think that it's just faster just to do it for people. So I can be that person who spends an hour or two a week with a small group of end users, kind of getting them comfortable, helping them develop those instincts that you need to be effective with CJs, and make sure that they feel supported and confident in that. But yeah, I think from what I've seen, a lot of schools are in that position, so it just seemed like an area where I could make a difference.
I love that, and I've definitely fallen into that mindset a few times. Like, I could train you how to do this, but I could also just do it in like 7 seconds,
Exactly.
and just we move forward, and then run into that issue again next week and the week after. So I love that training focus as well. But you definitely alluded to it, so I want to make sure we chat about it. The white paper.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
first independent white paper, which recently came out, is a deep dive into inquiry form best practices based on research nearly 1,000 college websites. Can you share what motivated the project? What surprised you most with the findings?